for a day. Get behind the wheel and drive. We don't care about the time with you by my side. I don't need to hide, I feel alive. You bring me coffee in the morning, posted with a love note. We both like to take it on a Sunday night. You know just when to kiss me, you know I don't like whiskey. This is why we work, why it's you and I. Down the line, people will forget the reason why they walk down the aisle. They lose their love to everyday life. That's not you and I.
Easy, I didn't set up that chair for you. Excuse me, lady. Scoop me. Scoop me. Okay, apparently I can't sit here. There's just buttons to be had. Every time I go to sit down. Hello and welcome to a brand new week on my studio vlog. Please ignore my fin. So it is Monday today and the sale finished yesterday, so let's chat about it. So I was overall pretty happy with how the sale went actually. I think I got rid of 9 mystery bags maybe, it might be 10. We'll count together when I pack up my orders. I had 12 or 13 sales overall, which is really good. And yeah, it was just exactly what I needed just to feel a little bit better about my shop, because I've been really stressed this month. I talked in a previous studio vlog about how May was the month that my shop really needed to support me, and I got 0 sales up until this weekend. So yeah, stress. Probably gonna print and cut stuff and pack up orders tomorrow, so of course I will get you to do that with me. This morning I've been using my new exercise bike. Terrifying. I'm terrible at it. I'm so bad at it. I literally did 5 minutes and had to stop 3 times. I am using muscles I did not even know I had. I really thought I would just jump straight into it and be really good at it, because I used to use an exercise bike. It was my favorite thing at the gym when I used to go to the gym. It was kind of also my mom had one when I was growing up, so I would always use it, and then when I went to the gym it was kind of my start of session thing, and usually how I'd end the session too. Thought I'd be great. Turns out I'm not. I'm just very, I don't know, like my butt hurts, which is expected, but also my feet feel really weary, and oh yeah. What I'm doing though is just going back to it every so often and doing, honestly, like a minute at a time, because I just want to build up some tolerance. My weak little self. My brother got one a few months ago, and literally like day 1 he was like, yeah, I'm gonna do 10 miles a day. I think he did scale back on that, but the fact he even managed, I think the most I've done is I don't even want to say this, the most I've done at once is 300 meters. Which is honestly just very upsetting. So yeah, there's that. That's what I've been doing this morning. And then the other thing I've been doing is drawing. I did a picture for my Orkney Magic colouring book. I did the Selkies picture and I'm so pleased with how it came out. And I really wanted it to be a good one because I love Selkies, obviously. Like the closest related thing to mermaids in terms of like my local myths and legends and such. So yeah, I really loved it and I really wanted to do it justice, and I feel like I have. So yeah, thrilled with how that's going. General progress is I've done 2 pages. I really want to go to the library, but I think I'm gonna have to do that next week just because of schedule and like work stuff. But yeah, I need to go to the library just because I want to keep researching, see what else I can find. Just get as much as I can into this book. I'm still really hopeful that I can bring it out for the summer and put it in the pop-up shop. It may come at the expense of my calendar. It may be that I can't do a June release for my calendar, but you know what, if that has to happen, that's fine. I can push that back a couple of months. I might even make it my September release. are 99% sure that the advent will not be happening this year, because it's just, we're not at the level that we want to be to produce what we want to produce. So we'd rather not do it at all than do it half-arsed, you know. Not half-arsed because we'd put everything into it, but it might not be the quality that we want, so we'd rather wait and have better quality. With that in mind, then it may be that the June release ends up being the Orkney colouring book, and then the September release ends up being the calendar. But let me know what you think, 'cause is September too late to release a calendar? I'm a bit worried about that. Another thing I want to do for the pop-up is some tote bags. So I'm thinking of ordering some DTF gang sheets and making some Orkney themed tote bags. I'm really brimming with ideas. Obviously every idea costs money, and that is just something to take into consideration. But it's, I don't know, like, it's such a good week to have been given. If you didn't see my last vlog, I talked about how I've been given a slot during Stromness Shopping Week, which is a huge week for Orkney anyway. Plus it's tourist season, plus it's the week after the Island Games. So like, it's gonna be amazing in terms of tourists. If I can't make it work then, honestly, I might as well give up. I might come to regret saying those words, but honestly, the conditions are ideal. So if people won't want my stuff then, there is no point in me trying to carry on. I said what I said. So I think I need to do some house bits, because we kind of had the weekend off, which sounds nice, but it just means I've got more to do on Monday, really, doesn't it? So I need to like fold and put away washing, mop the floors, tidy the kitchen, just, you know, boring grown-up stuff. So I think I will check back in with you tomorrow, and most of what people have ordered is actually ready to ship, but I think there's 2 sticker sheets that just need to be printed, which is absolutely fine. It'll take 5 minutes to print and cut them. So yeah, in a good place, feeling good. Thank you so much for people who supported in the sale, even if you couldn't shop, just the people who went out of their way to continuously engage in my posts so that they would get boosted on the algorithm, people who shared things in their stories. Yeah, I just have an awesome little community, and yeah, I feeling good about things right now. Long may it last. Famous last words, maybe. Let's not. Good morning. Firstly, a bike update, let me tell you. So after using the bike yesterday, I was in so much pain. So I spoke to my brother, who is like very much he's in his exercise bike era, and he was like, you need to be layering up. So I am wearing 2 pairs of pants, 1 pair of leggings, and a pair of jogging bottoms. And I did a cycle this morning, and yes, it was better. I think the pain that I have was like residual from yesterday. And I only did a few minutes at a time again, but I'm really not fussed about like going ham. I did 1k on it this morning, and it took me like three minutes. So yeah, I might hop back on it before work today, I might not. And yeah, I said to him this morning, like, if I do an extra minute a day every day, like, I'll be well away. So I'm not super worried. Anyway, you're not even here to talk about that. So this morning I am doing orders. So there's only a couple of bits to print. I realized this morning that there are sticker sheets and I don't have sticker paper. But thankfully I left myself 1 sheet, because when I was doing craft fair prep I almost used it, and then I was like, oh, I won't bother printing whatever it was. So I literally am on my last sheet, so if this prints wrong, then either they have to have removable matte paper, which is not really an option because it's not what I advertise, or I'll have to message them and say it's going to be a bit longer. So hopefully it prints fine. I also have a page protector to print. Everything else is ready to ship, which is an awesome feeling. There is my list for today, just the middle column, not the right column. So it's not super long. I've broken it up into printing, other shop bits, and then just at home. I've got work in 3.5 hours. And yeah, little bit of exciting news. Yesterday I received an email saying that I was approved to sell on Faire, which is really cool. I honestly don't even know when I applied. I think it must have been months and months ago. I don't remember applying, but I obviously did. I'm gonna do some research before I really dive into it, because obviously a lot of people say it's not worth it because of the fees, blah blah blah. But at the same time, I very much always believed I would rather have 75% of something than 100% of nothing. So I'm gonna do research. It's on my list for today. I don't know if I'll get to it today before work, we shall see. But it's so cool to have been actually approved for it. So if nothing else, there's that. Another thing I'm doing at the moment is really working on posting every single day on social media. I've started posting my TikToks over on YouTube as YouTube Shorts as well. My views have skyrocketed. I'm posting 1 short a day, and every short so far, apart from one, has had at least 1,000 views, so it's doing really well. It's doing much better than TikTok, although I am under 70 followers away from reaching 2k on TikTok, so that's really cool as well. I'm hoping I can reach it by the end of May. We will just see. I've been posting 2 times a day on Instagram because I wanted to do a card a day in May, but I wanted to not have it just be cards and like really oversaturated. So I'm doing like 1 card post and then 1 just normal post. It's either a lifestyle post or like sharing a reel from TikTok. I don't make reels for Instagram because my analytics show that less, I think, what was it said? 5% of my views come from reels or something. The statistic had the number 5 in it. Either way, it was not good. Most of my views come from stories, then, or engagement, not views. Most of my engagement comes from stories and then posts, and then reels is like right down at the bottom. So it's just not worth my time spending time and investing time on making reels just for that when I already make TikToks. Anyway, I want to get cracking with this printing because I didn't bring my laptop charger through and I don't know how long it'll last. Beasley's using me as a scratching post. Oh my gosh, that hurt. There we go, she's gone. Yeah, I'm just gonna get going. So I've pulled out everything I'm going to need for all the orders. I think this is enough mystery packs, but if not, there's more down there. I originally was just going to put postage labels straight on these, but I've decided that I want my the people who bought just these to also get a little freebie sticker and a little thank you note with the discount. So, or not just discount, there's lots of different prizes. So yeah, I've decided to just go ahead and put them inside of envelopes, which I just took a handful. I don't know if that's the right amount or not. I only have 4 of the small business recommendations cards left, so I have just put new customers to the top of the pile just so that new customers get them, because my returning customers have probably had like 4 of these and just thrown them straight into the bin. If you don't know what these are, let me just show you close up. So I make these small business recommendations cards, and basically with every order I just pop a little thing in that says we believe in the magic of small business owners, so every time you buy from us we'll recommend 3 other shops that we think you'll love, and then obviously I write in 3 other shops. The cool thing about these as well is that I make these for other small businesses, so if you are a small business owner and you want some, I design them with your brand colours and then I will print and cut them and get them sent out to you so you can pop them in your orders as well. I really love these. Yeah, I just don't have time to cut more today and I only had 4 left, so yeah. I'm trying not to worry too much because it is just like an extra little bonus. It's not like it's a necessity to go in an order. But But yeah, I am gonna just get cracking with this, get cracking and get packing. And yeah, we'll see how long it takes me. It is 12 o'clock now. I've got so much to do before work, which is in 2 hours. Slightly stressed, but I do really want to get this done. By the way, I looked up postage for just one of these, and with the amount that Royal Mail has gone up, we are looking at like £4 a package. So I thought I was like charging loads, charging people £3 for postage, but actually maybe I need to put it up again. That's so stressful though, like who wants to pay more than £3 for postage? But ultimately, like if I get 12 orders at £4.19 each, which is what they were, you're looking at like 50 quid on postage. That is crazy. I'm stressed. Okay, I'm just gonna get going with this. Okay, so I very quickly ran out of battery in that little segment. So I picked up my orders. I was gonna film right after doing them, but then literally as I was putting the packaging tape on the last package, my husband walked in. He was out on deliveries nearby, so he thought he would come in and surprise me, and we had our little salads together, which was very nice. So yeah, and now I'm out of time. It's 1:45. I need to go to work, so I just really quickly got the dishwasher done, but he's gonna have to look after dinner later. And yeah, I don't think I got through my list at all. I wanted to have another go on the bike. I haven't had time for that. But it is what it is. I'm just gonna make myself a coffee, get the laptop set up properly because I didn't bring through the charger earlier and it ran out of battery and blah 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 blah. And I'm just gonna crack on. Tomorrow I'm gonna look at Faire, so you can come along on that little journey with me. And yeah, let's see what we can find out together, shall we? So I've spent the last little while just doing some research, taking some notes on Faire. I'm really not sure what to do because of all the fees and charges and stuff. I'm like, am I setting myself up for a stress that I don't need? I took some notes, and the main sort of standout points for me are that it will charge you for each new customer. So make sure that you have a high minimum order number, because if someone buys one item from you or 1,000 items from you, it is the same new customer order charge, which I've only found American videos so far, and that was $10. I don't know if it's £10 or if they literally convert it to British money, so I guess it would be like, what, £7-8? I'm really struggling to find British creators talking about it. I did go through my like all my favorite small business studio vloggers and searched their name plus Faire, and I'm sure lots of them do sell on there, but they haven't specifically done a video talking about pros and cons and stuff, and that was just what I was looking for. So everything I found has been American, so it's fine. It's just that business is a little bit different in America. So yeah, the charge for each new customer, you can kind of mitigate that by having, not mitigate it, you'll still get the charge, but you can minimize the impact of that by having a higher minimum order fee. There are, on top of your standard fees, there's also the new customer charge if it's a new customer, and then to even get your money there's a payment processing fee. The video I saw recommended, if you can, stretch it as long as you can go. I think she said the maximum amount of time without payment is 3 months, but you can choose like next working day, next week, next like end of week, end of month, whatever. I think I could be talking nonsense. So she recommended, like, obviously stretch it as long as you can, because there's a payment processing fee for each time. So if you're getting your money the next working day every single time, you're going to be there's going to be a processing fee for getting that money, whereas if you were to do it every 3 months, there's one processing fee for 3 months worth of money. I don't know that I would go 3 months, because the problem I've got is that for such high values I would be ordering up front. I'm ordering stock in, I'm not making, so that is a big thing. I don't envy people who make, because like imagine getting an order for like 5,000, 10,000 products. You like the stress of that, whereas if I got an order for 5,000 products it would be ordering someone else to make it for me. I don't know. Yeah, so that's kind of like the main standout bits to me. I'm like, is it worth me even trying this? At the same time I'm like, am I just worrying over nothing? Because generally when I do things like this, it's not like I'm super popular shop or anything like that. I don't know if anyone follows my TikTok, but 2 years ago I did reach out to local businesses and try and get some wholesale in local shops. I did not get an acknowledgement or response from any of them that I wrote to and sent freebies to, which was quite disappointing, but it is what it is. But maybe next year I will try that again, and 3 years will have passed. I'll have built up more of a cohesive brand, more different products, and more of a presence here, because I had just moved back when I did that a few years ago. I don't know. One thing I have been thinking about though is my office makeover. I am desperate for this office to be redone. I have said to my husband that I want it to be my birthday present this year. My birthday is in June, July, 4 months. 3.5, 4 months. It's in September 13th if you want to buy me a present. So he told me, make a list of what you want. That was his first mistake. So I have made, we use an app called AnyList, I think, and we share like a shopping list. So if one person adds to the shopping list, we both get notifications and stuff. I have made a new list on there called Sophie's Office Makeover. Don't think it's going to even show you it. Yeah. And I've gone through and there's 12 items on there, and I've done links to each. In a minute I think I'm going to total up how much it will cost, because it will not be happening all at once. But I've got paint, desk 1, desk 2, jellyfish, which is just decorative, racking, desk chair, keyboard, waste bin with flip lid to hold my crinkles, you know, the crinkly packaging paper, because right now everything sits in just boxes. Like if I show you that, they just sit there and then I just take from the boxes. I'm getting rid of that couch. We got it for guests, but like we might have guests staying 1 week a year, if that, and it just doesn't make sense for me to have half an office 51 weeks of the year so that someone can use the room 1 week of the year. So if anyone is to stay, they will be staying in the living room. Floating shelf, trolley to replace my planner carts that are behind me. Basically the floating shelf I'm gonna put above my desk and empty one of those planner carts onto it, and then the other planner cart will empty into a nice new trolley. I really want a Shopify sales counter, and then fairy lights. So I will total up the cost and let me talk you through kind of what I want. Please just forgive the mess. I know it's messy, it's not as bad as it's been in the past, and I'm making the best out of a no storage situation. But yeah, let me show you the space. So this is my office, and when we walk in we've got a couch with packaging materials on it and stuff down the side there, and some empty boxes of course. We've got shelving up there for my notepads. We've got another packing station with, there's all my like photography, photo booth stuff, and my hair drying turban. Over here I've got my normal planner cart, another empty box. I think that's the same one as before actually. Planner cart, shop materials, badges, mix of shop stuff and my stuff, 2 cutting machines, printer down there that I have to move everything and crawl into to get to. On the back of my door is my washi, but these keep having to be pushed back to normal and it's really bothering me. I hate it now. And then there is my desk. So up here is like my notepads and stuff that I use every week for myself. That was my speaker. There obviously is my label printer, laptop for my own work, and then this, I work from home, so that is my job stuff. Filing cabinets under there are cards, and then there's loads of boxes of like things we've bought in the past that we want to keep the boxes for. So here's the vision. I want to keep this, and I want to get a desk here, and I want to wall mount these 3 monitors above me, and that will just be for work. Over here I want a smaller desk going that way. I want a floating shelf above it that goes the whole way of the wall, and oh, these filing cabinets will go under this desk. I will keep that, and then I want 2 racking shelves that will hold printers, cutting machines, laminators, all that stuff. As well as holding my notepad stock here, my sticker stock and other various stock and page protectors, and just everything will be in that racking. This planner cart will be completely emptied, and the stuff will go on the floating shelf above me for easy access for planning, because right now it's stressful. And then this one will also be emptied, and there will be a small trolley that goes underneath there. Everything else will be farmed out onto the racking. Also, I want 2 chairs, one for here, one for here, and I want to replace this gross keyboard. And all that for the low price of £614.12. I just totaled it all up. It would have been more, but I had a fancier keyboard, and then I saw the total and was like, I'm gonna find a £20 keyboard. I will get some money for selling that couch, which has only actually ever been used twice. Not only do I want it for my birthday, but I guess I better start selling stuff to save up enough money for that. And that does include £100 for a Shopify counter, which isn't essential, but we want it to be essential. Okay, I actually need to go to work. I got so caught up with drawing this morning that I've completely neglected the vlog, but let me show you what I drew because I love it. So my latest collection is called Under the Sea. This is the sticker sheet. This is the washi. Let me just zoom out a little bit. The washi. And then what I'm doing is I've introduced this like full page sticker, which I think will look amazing in a journal. And then I've done die cuts of some of the elements, and I'm just gonna make little die cut sticker packs for a discount, or you can get them individually for full price. And then I've done 3 cards to go with this collection. So the first one could be Valentine's, could be anniversary, and it says, "You make my knees turn to jelly." And then I have done one that is for an anniversary for other people, and it says, "To the couple who makes other couples jelly." And then the last card I've done is a birthday one, and it says, "Hope your birthday is crabulous," which is just silly, but I like them. So yeah, I'm really excited about them. I want to get them listed and just get on with it. I'm really happy about the direction that I'm going with these sort of themed packs and stuff. I feel like it's all so cohesive, and I hope that that's sort of, I don't know, like translating to the customer, that a lot of love has gone into it, and it's very much like, I don't know. It just makes me laugh because I sat and realised yesterday, like my whole branding is all about Under the Sea, and I actually don't have an Under the Sea collection, so I was like, right, I need to get on this. So yeah, that's what I've been doing all day today. I've just been completely hyper focusing on it. I need to go make a coffee now and get to work. So yeah, I'll try and vlog more tomorrow, and it'll be the end of the week, so I will say goodbye and stuff tomorrow. Hopefully I've got a bit more to show you. I'm still really undecided on Faire. I've been chatting to a few people about it, and I'm like, I really don't know. So yeah, I'll check in with you then though. So slight plot twist, because my auntie, who I haven't seen in years and years, was up visiting and messaged me yesterday morning saying, "Are you free in 2 hours?" So I had to panic clean the house, and then yeah, I spent the afternoon with her, and then I went to the library, and I did some research for my colouring book, so I feel really good about that, and started doing some drawing. I'm on drawing number 5 of about 15, so I'm getting there. And now I have to sign into work. It's Saturday morning. The next 3 days I'm doing 12-hour shifts, so I'm not going to have any time to vlog. So I thought I'd just come on and say goodbye and thank you for watching. Please make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.